Well, hello guys. So originally I made a video before this 2 days ago, but I never uploaded it for certain reasons. But yeah, so I'm not going to upload it strictly because a lot of it's I got interrupted just a couple minutes into it, and the person just kept talking and talking and talking. But the person who it was actually the person who I refer to as main chick, and she did give me permission to actually release her name, and her name is actually Michaela. So I no longer have to actually mention her as main chick in that relationship. So yeah, so I'm making this video for several reasons because I really do want to get into doing videos every day and stuff, or at least once a week. But it's been hectic a little bit. Not fully hectic, but kind of. Um, with me not having a job for like the last month or so, um, it's been putting me more and more into a depression, but not much. It's more of a lazy type depression. I just don't feel like really doing much. But the place that I'm staying at, which I'm still staying with the people I'm staying at, but we are no longer in that one apartment. We actually moved over to that one bigger apartment that I did show you guys at one point. Excuse me. So yeah, so you guys do have seen that apartment. It has been changed around stuff. Um, our the person who was living there, as well as with two of my friends, they moved down to the lower section um, of this apartment complex. So that's that. Uh, so we have two extra people staying in the apartment. So we have 5 people now. Um, one is a uh, darker skinned person. Him and I get along really well. And then one is Michaela's brother, trans, female to male. Uh, so yeah, that's that part. So there's also some good and some bad news. The good news is the other day, I think it was like 4 days ago, maybe. Uh, I filled out. It was like 5 days. I filled out an application. Then 4 days ago, one day after, I get a call from that place asking for an interview. They originally wanted it like early in the morning, but I'm more of a night owl usually. Um, I wouldn't have been up at that time. Um, so I asked if I could have it at 1, and they were like, well, I didn't ask, but I asked if they could do it later, and they said, how about 1? And I was like, yeah, I can work with that. Went there and had my interview, and went through the interview thing, and basically they hired me right away. The only thing I had to do was to do a drug screen, which I'm fine with. So I waited until the next day to do the drug screen. Uh, so, and that was 2 days ago. I actually have the paper up here. Um, so yeah. So at this point, I'm just waiting to hear back, and once I hear back, I like it's literally basically starting. So assuming I didn't fail the drug screen, which I don't see why I wouldn't, I should be getting a call here either today, tomorrow, maybe the day after. The drug screen, the people said that it typically takes about 3 to 5 days. Uh, so yeah, hopefully I get a call back. So that's the good news. Bad news is, earlier today, or last night, depending on how you want to look at it, I haven't been to sleep yet, and I probably won't sleep today because of the news I got. But I get a notification from my bank going, saying that it declined my card with so much money and stuff like that. And I know I didn't spend any money. And it was like, did you spend this money such and such? And I was like, no. And then it was like, okay, we are sending your new card in the mail, which right now I don't actually have an address. So it was sending to my old address in my hometown. So I had to wait until 8 o'clock in the morning so I can call my bank and tell them, like, hey, I actually don't have an address, and I need my card. Is there any way for you to reactivate my card, and all that? And they're like, once the card is deactivated from fraud, it cannot be reactivated and such. So at this point, I'm waiting on my roommates to get up so I can let them know what's going on, and hopefully, they let me use their PO box so I can at least get my card on the way. Which I don't see why they wouldn't, but that would also put mail here, which would actually confirm that I'm living here, so they can't just kick me out. So yeah. So that's the bad news. Not much has changed in my relationship status. I'm still single. Still kind of looking. Like, pretty much the people who I want, like, I feel the closest connection to, they're either taken or they're not interested, or both. Like, there's one girl from, like, not my hometown, but, like, the town, like, right next to it. But she ended up going to my school, and she's the one that I want the most. But when she did become available, she wanted time to herself so she can do all that, and I gave her space. Kind of dropped contact with her, and then when I went back to my hometown, kind of picked back up on it. Just saying hi and seeing if she wants to meet while I'm there and shit. And of course she was busy, and I put a thing on Snapchat saying, if you don't try to contact me while I'm still in my hometown, and yes, it was because of her, one of the two major people, but if you don't try to contact me or try to schedule a meeting or whatever, basically try to get me to at least say hello, go there, or whatever, then I'm blocking the people who don't and stuff like that. And out of that, I end up blocking like 5 people. And it is because of 2 people in my hometown, which is the only reasons why I would go back there at this point. Because everyone else that I contacted, I pretty much contacted every single person that I wanted to see in the first place. And pretty much every single one of them was busy. And I'm the type of person, like, say, I have a friend in Florida, and I do. I have never met him face to face. But if he took the time to come up here to where I am, I don't care if I work, I would call off of work and go see him. I would meet him someplace. I don't care if it would be like an hour, 2, 3 hour drive to where he's actually going, I would go and see him as long as he would be in my state. Now, given not everyone on my list does have cars, so I told them that if you live within, I think it was like 40 or 50 minute drive from my hometown and 2 other towns that I would be willing to drive to them or meet up somewhere, I would meet them. Because I wanted to see everyone who I cared for and who cared for me. And if they don't care for me, I'm not going to care for them. So, that was that. So that's pretty much the gist of a majority of it. So yeah. Here it's being funky. I need to take another shower today. So yeah. That's that. I said the shower part not because I stink or anything like that. It's just my hair. I took one last night, but my hair likes messing up. So yeah. So I think I'm going to call this video at this point. If there's any more updates, I will fill you guys in. Basically, once I hear back from that job, assuming that I do, which I have a strong feeling I will, because the guy literally said, when would I be able to start? And I said I could start tomorrow. And he wrote down ASAP on the piece of paper, and it was like, okay, well, if we would to hire you today, yeah, basically, like, he ended up doing, like, a lot of stuff, and he literally confirmed that I had the job as long as I can pass the drug screen. So I literally, as long as the drug screen comes back clean, or at least clean enough, I should be hearing that job. So, fingers crossed, right? I mean, technically, I don't have to cross my fingers because my intestines are crossed anyways. A little joke for you guys. Anyways, have a nice day, have a nice night, and I'll catch you all next time.